welcome to Bali. Today we're gonna check out a $15 hotel and a $150 hotel to see just what you can get for your money here on this island. Right now I'm standing in the $150 hotel, which is actually more of a private villa. But before we check this place out, let's start right here in the $15 hotel. Now when we booked this, I honestly didn't expect a lot. But now we've stayed here a full week and I can say that I've really enjoyed our stay here, and for $15 per night, this is a bargain and really shows the value for money that you can get in some places here in Bali. But let's check out what the $15 hotel looks like. Coming into the hotel room, it looks like a pretty standard hotel. Although I will say the room is actually very spacious. Of course, we got a very large bed here and it's actually very comfortable. I mean, of course, it's nothing special, but I mean, we got everything we need really. A small little desk, makeup desk, closet. And out here we got the balcony and the bathroom as well. There's a TV for those kind of people who actually uses those in a hotel. And an aircon, which is always nice as it does get really hot. And you can probably already get the idea a little bit here. The view you get from this $15 hotel is actually amazing. Having rice terraces as the view from your balcony is just so iconic for Bali. And to get it in a $15 hotel, I'd say it's pretty spectacular. And here we just have the bathroom now. The sink is outside, as I guess there just wasn't room enough inside. And perhaps the bathroom is a little bit small, but I mean, it's perfectly fine. The only slightly annoying thing is when you take a shower, everything just gets super wet and there's no real proper ventilation, so it's just gonna be wet all day. But I mean, again, for $15 per night, I think that's a compromise I'm willing to make. And another thing that I've noticed, you know how in restaurants it's always a good sign when you see a lot of local people dining at a certain restaurant. Like that's always a sign that, you know, they must have some good food here. I don't know if the same goes for hotels, but almost every other guest at this hotel we have seen have been Indonesians. So maybe that tells you something. So right outside our room, we also have a little balcony, and here's Sally is just working. Hi Sally. And we did move the one chair out to the other one, just because it's nice to sit out there and enjoy the view. But because we have the room in the end, we also have a really nice view from this side. And we can actually walk straight down to the rice fields. So let's do that and see how it looks down there. And perhaps I'll even throw up the drone so we can see what this property and the whole area looks like from above. Like having views of rice terraces is of course like nothing very special here in Bali, but if you are staying in the very popular areas like Canggu, it's getting more and more difficult because people are building everywhere, and of course they have to get the land from somewhere, and usually that means taking the land that was, well, rice fields and building hotels and villas there instead. So having all of this as our view for just $15 per night, I'd say is a pretty good deal. Now let's just talk about the location of this hotel, as the location of course always plays a big part in especially the price. But we are actually in the very popular Canggu area. But the reason that perhaps this hotel is a little bit less expensive than hotels you usually find in Canggu is that I guess we're in the more northern part of Canggu, and we're not like right next to all the fancy Western cafes and restaurants. We're like 5 or 10 minutes away from those places, and I think 15 minutes away from the beach. So it's just to say, if you look just a little bit outside the very popular spots, you can really find some great deals. Of course, the downside here is that you'll have to use some sort of transportation to get where you want to go. Now, we have rented and drive a scooter, so it's really easy and no problem for us. In fact, I enjoyed even more to stay a bit outside the very busy area, as out here is just a bit more calm and the traffic is not that crazy out here. But if you don't ride a scooter, I mean, you have to order a taxi or a Grab, as there's not really a lot of places that you can walk to from here. Welcome back to the $150 hotel. So this is actually a 2-bedroom private villa with its own private pool. I mean, everything you could really need for a very comfortable stay in Bali. So let's have a tour around this place. Welcome to our little private oasis here in Bali. Honestly, this whole space out here is the reason that we wanted to stay in this villa. I mean, we got a huge private pool here and just this awesome outdoor space. And of course we have the beautiful villa. But besides that, we also just have a fantastic views of the rice terraces here in the background. And I mean, we basically don't have any neighbors. There are 2 other villas like in this little villa complex, one on like each side, so behind us here. But to be honest, we can't see or hear them at all. So it just feels super private and secluded. So right here behind me is the main building in this villa. But if I just turn around quickly, you can see that there's a smaller building down in this end. And honestly, this design, in my opinion, is actually pretty genius. So you have a private bedroom with its own private bathroom down in this little building. And over in the main building, you have the living room, the kitchen, and another bedroom up on the top floor with its own private bathroom again. So it's really great if you're like traveling as a family or with friends, so you can have your own private spaces. And perhaps you can see that over on the other side of the wall, way over there are some other buildings. I mean, we have a pretty tall wall here, so no one can really look in, and you just got that complete privacy. But why don't we start with having a look inside the, I guess, the 2nd bedroom. It has a little terrace out here where you can just get your morning coffee and enjoy this beautiful view in the morning. So this is it. There's not really a lot to it. It's a very minimalist design they have with these like kind of concrete walls and a lot of wood everywhere. And you'll see this style repeated also over in the main building. And the bathroom is right out here. Very nice, big shower. And of course your sink and a pretty big wardrobe to store all your stuff. But let's head over to the other side and check out the main building. So this is the main building of this villa. And I mean, this place is pretty huge. So first up, we have this little dining area over here. And again, just all the time with this beautiful view of the rice terraces in the background. And right next to it, actually a pretty large kitchen. And it really has everything you need if you want to be able to cook. To be honest, we haven't done any cooking yet. Then you just have some coffee, a coffee machine, pretty good sized fridge. This one over here is probably one of my favorite things in this villa. Just a water dispenser. And it's pretty brilliant as you can just easily buy loads and loads of plastic bottles of water here in Bali, as you can drink the tap water here. And over by the door and the windows, a little couch and a small coffee table. And then we have the stairs heading upside to the master bedroom. So this is the master bedroom and it is enormous. Probably the most important thing here is the huge bed, which is just very comfortable. And the second most important thing is perhaps the view you get from up here and from the bed. Again, just overlooking these rice terraces. If we look up, we can see the kind of awesome design of the roof, and it just makes the room feel so big. And there's a little desk over here, which has been a really awesome place for me to sit and just do some editing and getting a bit of work done. Just the views you get from up here on the balcony. But as you can see, it's just totally empty. They really should add like some chairs and a little table out here so you can take your morning coffee up here. And right out here, we have the master bathroom. Also with a nice big closet right here. And this bathroom is also just very huge with 2 sinks and a very large shower. And again, you have a window which opens up right out to the rice fields. So hopefully this gives you a bit of an idea of just how far your money will get you here in Bali. Whether you're traveling on a budget or want like a fancy villa like this. And yes, Bali is very, very popular, so prices in the very touristy areas have gone up quite a lot. But if you look just outside, you can find some amazing deals. Now, if you are traveling around Bali, you should watch this video right here, which is my huge Bali travel guide, where I show you all the places that you should check out, everything you need to know, and just the best places to stay and what you can't miss. It should be the only guide you would need to watch before coming here. But thanks a lot for watching. I will soon be checking out some of the cheapest hotels that you can find here in Bali. We're talking like $3 and $4 per night, but also some of the more fancy villas like this one and the beautiful places that you can stay. So consider subscribing if you want to see that.